Hey guys, welcome back. The new raid boss, White Shadow Castle Metus, is coming to your servers now. I put out a video a while back, pretty in-depth on how to get through the White Shadow Castle raid boss, and I go into detail about a lot of different mechanics, how to do the slow fight, how to do the fast fight. Now this video is still pretty relevant, but I did want to make a couple updates so you guys have all the information you need to clear this boss effectively. Alright guys, let's get into the video. After you've beaten Foggy Prison, you will unlock the White Shadow Castle raid boss. Before you take him on for the first time, make sure to start the area exploration questline to receive credit for beating him. You have to go and talk to a couple people before you get the defeat the boss quest. By the way, you can go and actually accept a bunch of these area quests all at the same time. I can't tell you how many times I've not accepted a quest, so didn't get credit for it. Okay, with that done, you're ready to take on the boss. So to be honest, this boss is either really hard or really easy, depending on a certain threshold. There are two versions of this fight. The slow fight, which is quite difficult, and the speed fight, which can be super easy. You want to be at least 290,000 power, which is the cap for the bonus on this raid. You can do it at a lower combat power, but it might be a little bit difficult for you. You won't have to build any new units, as your golden duo Shannon and Konamiya are okay here, but not ideal. There's a little bit of a DPS check in the slow version of this raid, so you might think about a little extra damage, or you might get your party wiped. Let's first talk about the slow version of this raid. Here's the party checklist. You'll need to bring a couple of things in your team composition. Defense break, healing or cleanse, sustain, and damage. For Orbia mains, if you can, make sure to bring your Wind Staff, as its skill 2 has a defense break, giving you more flexibility in your team building, and maybe even switching out that Shannon for a Bastet. Your skill 1 also deals damage based off of the number of harmful effects, which you will be applying a lot during this raid. Cleef and Kina mains, we don't have that much privilege, and we have to go with a defense breaker, either Shannon or preferably Helia. As long as one member of your team has a defense break, you'll be able to clear this boss, but to make your raids even easier, I would suggest bringing at least 2 defense breakers. Let's talk about your free-to-play team compositions, and I'm talking the bare minimum. We've got Konamiya, Shannon, and Naomi. Konamiya for the heals and cooldown reductions, Shannon for almost everything else. Attack up, sustain, defense up, attack down, defense break, Shannon's is just so good. Naomi or Lynn are both excellent DPS choices. Make sure to build them both on high crit damage and crit rate. Let's talk about a couple premium options that you could switch out. For sustain, many of you now have a Bastet, and she's probably fully skilled up. Wusa is also a great choice. He heals plus provides sustain and immunity, so you don't get those debuffs in the first place. For the premium options, there's really not a whole lot better monsters than your fully skilled up Naomi. You could bring Karambit or another damage dealer that you have, but if you can work on that Naomi, that'll be best. Argon definitely is the best choice for this raid, but if he's not fully skilled up, then a Naomi is going to be better still. For heals, if you have them, Annabelle could be really good here with the cleanse, heal, and defense break. Also, for 4 stars, Lulu is almost made for this boss, with cleanse and healing built in. Shushu is also another amazing 4-star monster that you can use in this raid pretty effectively. Again, without all of these 5 stars being skilled up, they will likely fall short of their 3 and 4-star counterparts. With the slow team, this raid is all about mechanics and not making too many mistakes. To start, whoever enters the boss area first should draw aggro from those red swirls, but targeting is kinda weird sometimes, so you want to not go straight for the boss and let the red swirls drop near the entrance so your party can stand in front of the boss doing damage without getting hit. These laser attacks create a lingering effect and will apply crazy amount of debuffs to you and will most likely be the reason you die. So dodge out of them and stay out of them even after the animation is closed, because the debuff application lingers for a couple of seconds. You will see a large AoE attack. The boss is going to slam its arm into the ground, and this is the crucial part of the slow raid. You want to save your summoner cooldowns here to the defense break and provide as much damage as many debuffs for Naomi to do a ton of damage. If the arms don't die, your team will get wiped most likely. Someone will get the red swirls dropped on them from time to time, so make sure to try and move back away from the boss so that way they land in the back of the area. If your teammate doesn't do that, just try to find a pocket to sit in and not take any damage while still putting damage on the boss. It is best to try and stay with your party so everyone can get the effects of the heals and the Bastet shields. The next attack is what we like to call the bombardment. If you have Bastet shields up, this won't do much damage, and you can mostly just sit and tank it while attacking the boss. Eventually, you will work the boss down to 0%. Alright, let's switch over to the speed team, which is what you eventually want to get to as soon as possible. The speed team is vastly different, and is about hitting certain damage milestones so you never have to deal with the arms in the first place. Here's your party checklist: defense break, brand, sustain, damage. Let's go over some monster choices. Helia is a must here, as she provides damage, defense breaks, and brand. Bastet is a must as well. She provides sustain and the attack buff. Lastly, you want another damage dealer. Ideally, this will be a skilled up Naomi. Eventually, once your Argon is skilled up, you'll replace Naomi with Argon. Everyone's monsters should look pretty similar. No heals or cleanse, because in theory, you aren't going to be taking that much damage. Our third member, Halva, brought a Tion, but we still were able to complete the speed run even without that extra damage. The start of the raid is basically the same. The boss will target the first person in the area, usually, and you want to keep those red swirls near the back. Don't waste too much time though and get to attacking the boss ASAP. After the 2 red swirls, the boss will do the laser attack, which you should be able to avoid pretty easily and continue doing damage. Make sure to have your Helia on Soul Link so you can keep stacking the defense break and brands. If you're able to get the boss to 70% health before the 4th laser, you will hit the first threshold and he won't slam his arm down. He will respond instead with the bombardment attack, which doesn't do that much damage, so just sit there and tank it. If you're able to get him to the next threshold, which is 50%, then he'll repeat the bombardment attack. This again, you can just tank and keep doing damage. At this point, it's pretty much the home stretch, and as long as you keep defense break and brand on, you will melt him from here. A typical speed run will go from anywhere 50 seconds all the way up to over a minute. I hope this helps you absolutely slap Metus. It will definitely take a couple tries to understand the mechanics. Obviously, the higher power you are, this boss will become much easier. For now, if you have a lot of crystals, I think refreshing this boss is worth it. You could get some god tier equipment. That's all for this guide. I stream live on YouTube and would love for you to come and hang out. If you liked this guide, be sure to leave a like, and hey, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions about team compositions, leave a comment down below and I'll make sure to respond. Good luck with the White Shadow Castle. I'm TopherSmurf telling you to keep on gaming. How's a Naomi? Yeah.
We like Naomi. Naomi's good. I don't know about the Tion. I don't really see the point, but better off throwing in like a Theo instead.
Okay, follow mode. Might just get it. I think we did.
We did.
Alright. Well, this is the one, boys.
This is the run. It's that extra Naomi. Pretty good. Especially when we get her debuff. Okay, we hit the 52.
Oh yeah.
This is the run.
Oh shit. Our brand and defense break weren't even that high.
Nope, it's just Naomi. If she can get going with some good debuffs, you're good. Nope.
That was me, I think. Or, I don't know.
It is. It was you. I thought it was me though, because we're just right on top of each
We
other.
got that. We'll just take it through. There we go. Got the
Nice.
one. That's the Naomi. Yeah, she's just so good. Her bosses.
Yep. And I didn't have her till yesterday, so.
Well, hopefully my next summon session I'll get a bunch of copies.